Are you finding that your days are not maybe fulfilling, or that you are feeling unsatisfied with certain things? In today's video, I'm talking about how my passion for what I was doing, my drive for what I was doing, actually shifted how I was seeing things in the world and how I was being in the world. And having that drive and passion then allowed me to stay on in the visual effects company that I was working with, and allowed me to pursue my dreams at the time. Yesterday, I was talking about how I got into the visual effects industry and how my excitement outweighed my fears. Well, the crazy thing is it was only 3 months that I was hired for. So, on top of all the other fears of going out to Los Angeles, I also was only hired for 3 months. At the time, though, in my head, that wasn't even an issue. I did not even see just being hired for 3 months as a big deal. Like, 3 months seemed like an eternity to me, somehow, amazingly. Because now when I think about it, I'm like, 3 months is not very long. To move me from Oklahoma all the way out across the states to Los Angeles for a 3-month job. Anyway, I get there and I start working, and of course I'm super excited to be working on. And the first film that I worked on was Babe 2, Pig in the City. And it was talking animals, so we were, like creating the talking part of the pigs and the different animals that were in the movie. So here I was, like starting out in this entry level position, and I was super excited, and I just picked up things quickly, and I would do things really, like enthusiastically. But then what I want to share today is that I went in with this attitude of I'm here for good, or like I'm here as, someone that's going to be doing this work and staying on. And I didn't go in with an attitude of I'm just hired for 3 months. So imagine for a moment if you are a freelancer and you get hired for 3 months, and you go in with the attitude of, oh, I'm just going to be here for 3 months, versus someone that is like, I'm going to be here for good, I'm going to be, like continuing and, be staff, whatever. And I think about it in that, like, possibly the freelancers will hang out with the other freelancers and be like, well, this is, like who we hang out with and what we do. And then me, I was like hanging out with the other staff people, so I was connecting with those people and with this attitude of I'm here for good, and thankfully, yes, I worked on that show, was hired onto the next show, and afterwards I actually did get hired on staff. But it was also, I feel, this energy behind it of me like knowing and owning this. Like, I'm going to be here. So, of course, I'm putting in the extra effort. I'm putting in the extra work because I mean, not only did I want to prove that I was, not only did I want to prove that I was worthy of being staff, but I also had a lot to prove in myself, So I was still chasing bigger and chasing after, status and things. So at the time, of course, I was like, I've got to look better. I've got to do things. I've got to, so I was chasing after certain things. But it also brought with it, or I brought with it, this energy of I'm going to be here, I'm going to stay, and I'm going to do the extra work. I'm going to go the extra mile. And going the extra mile, I think is like, oh, versus someone that is like, oh, I'm going to come in and I'm going to work for 3 months, get my paycheck, and just do enough, do what is asked of me. So when you think about it, it's like, well, which one would they want to keep on staff? Is it the person that just does, like the status quo and gets their work done, which they do get their work done? Or is it the person that is going above and beyond that they would want to ask to stay on staff? And again, at the time, I did not realize that I was doing this. It was my own energy of this is what I want, this is what I'm chasing after. So I share this story today in that what kind of energy are you in? Like, how do you approach your day? Like, if you go in every single day and you're not enjoying your job, that energy is what's going to be coming across. You know, you're like, oh, I'm not actually into this. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be doing this. And it's like, well, are you doing just enough? And then is just enough really what you want in life? And maybe that is enjoyable. Like, maybe that is what you want. But is there more? Is there different? Is there, you know, I'm just throwing these questions out there for you to start noticing in yourself, to notice what you want in life, and to notice what energy you are bringing into things. And when I say energy, I'm talking about your emotions, your moods, your attitudes, your intentions, your thoughts. Like, how are you feeling behind every day? How are you being in every day? And if you're being in a mood of, I don't want this, I'm not enjoying this, that is what is being cultivated and created around you, and it continues to perpetuate that life around you. So, what is your attitude? What is your intentions? Like, do you want to shift those things? Do you want this place that you're currently in? So I am AmyC with You Finding You. I'm an intuitive and transformational coach, and I help individuals step into who they really want to be in themselves. And then below, I have links to a free offer if you haven't gotten it already. It is guided meditations, guided visualizations, like a journey that takes you into finding you, that takes you into connecting with yourself and starting to really see and be you, rather than having to fit in and find it outside of yourself. So thank you for joining me today, and if you are enjoying these videos and getting value out of them, do hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.